What is happening? Welcome, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you're at in the world today, tonight. Some of you are already on tomorrow. My name is Justin Halliday. I am your master distributor here at Voltage Partners and Amp Nation, and I want to just take a quick minute and say welcome to the call. I know some of you are brand new, literally just joined us today, and we are grateful to have you. Welcome to the call. We've got growth going on right now, ladies and gentlemen, all over the globe, literally. We're exploding in places like Africa and Jamaica, Canada, Latin America, Asia. We've got some big leaders coming on board. We've got some big leaders taking a look at this, and we could not be more excited. We've got a jam-packed call for you tonight. We've got a lot of information. We've got a couple of dynamic speakers and AMP associates that are literally out there blazing the trail, ladies and gentlemen, and they're going to share some nuggets. They're going to share some value with the rest of AMP Nation here tonight. And I am joined by our just awesome I can't wait for some network marketing events, some big events that we have, so you guys can all get an opportunity to actually meet our Chief Marketing Officer. Mr. Tim Crumlin is here tonight. Tim, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. Hey, Justin, how you doing? Hey, everyone. Good to be back. I've been enjoying these calls big time.
Absolutely, absolutely. And just so we know, Tim is en route right now. He's joining us on the road. Didn't want to miss the call. Tim, you're coming in loud and clear, man. We're grateful to have you tonight.
Sweet, sweet. Yeah. If I break up, you know what to do, Justin. You're not an amateur.
You got it, man. You got it. Well, listen, guys, we're going to go ahead and we're going to just jump right into it. Like I said, we've got a lot of information to cover tonight. We're going to go through a little technology update. We're going to talk about where we're at with the AMP Hub. Like I said, we're going to get to hear from two of your partners out there in the field. Talk a little bit about their excitement and what they're doing. We've got a big event that we talked a little bit about last week. We're gonna touch on it again tonight. Many of you got the email, and the word is out. The payout for apps and games. We're going to talk about that tonight. A really cool June bonus promotion, and then we're going to wrap up with some tools and resources. So let's jump right in here. Obviously, last week everybody heard the AMP Hub is now live on iOS. It's live on both Apple, iPhone, and iPad. That was the push. It's out there. People are loving it. We're getting some really great feedback. As you know, we kind of did this as a soft launch. We want all of our internal members and associates that are Apple users out there playing with all of the features, all of the games, all of the functionality, sharing, liking, commenting on the posts, game scores, all of that sort of stuff. I'm an Android user, but I have an iPad too, and I got to tell you guys, my son does not like me this week. Because I've been using his iPad. I probably haven't gone on that iPad in over 6 months. My youngest son, Zachariah, he's going to be 2. He loves doing his alphabets and his games and all of his different educational things on there, and I pretty much hijacked it this week. In fact, my wife, Jessica, who wanted to get on there and set up her profile on the hub, said to me, man, I guess we're going to need to get an iPad. I said, what are you talking about? We have one. She said, what do you mean? That's Zachariah's. I started laughing because I really have hijacked it from him to get on there and play with all of the features. But let's run through here a little bit on the update. And so what we're looking at is AMP Hub is live. AMP Hub, you'll notice it's 2.1 is the version in there. 2.2 is coming. Our hub development team is working fast and furious. I've got to tell you guys, and Tim talked about this on all of the time, the development hours that have gone into a network like this that has already matured. It's amazing. It absolutely blows my mind what this team is able to pull off and get done. So AMP Hub 2.2 is the next version release, and that will be fully compatible with iPad. So for those of you that are using an iPad like me, the sizing is going, there's a lot of real estate on iPad, more real estate than you have on the iPhone, and we're going to take advantage of that. And so they're doing some GUI, graphical user interface, some changes to the way we see it. Also, there's some latency response, and some of the games run a little slower because it wasn't optimized for iPad. But version 2.2 release is coming out here real soon, and so it'll be fully compatible for iPad. And then immediately following that is going to be the Android. And so for all of my Android fans out there, Android users, it's coming to the Google Play Store here really, really soon. In fact, they're already working on that next release. Listen, protocol is, and if you want to save this link, that's where you put your support tickets in. We want feedback. We want feedback. We want to know if you think something is in the wrong place, or if you see a grammatical error. We think we've cleaned up all of that, but if you see something that's wrong, if a game freezes up, we've got some people putting in tickets already, and the hub developers are crushing them. They're working through them. And so when you click on that link, when you get that link up, you don't have to create an account. You don't have to set up a profile. All you have to do is sign in as a guest and put in your support ticket. Put in a subject. You know, there's a couple of cool features in there, and we'll work through those tickets, guys. But we want the feedback. Referral codes coming soon. So once we get through this soft launch and we get it out for both iOS and Android, right behind that we're going to have the referral codes. That's where you're going to be able to invite a user, a friend, a family member, or somebody who puts in that referral code, and that's going to be connected to you. That's when it gets real, because then we're talking about things like we're talking about things like the ad revenue that's going to come in from all the advertisements, and sharing that out with associates. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that here a little bit later in the segment tonight on the sharing of the apps and games through the hub. And so the referral codes are going to be coming soon. More enhancements. We're going to have a few enhancements in 2.2, a few enhancements in 2.3 as well. So keep your eyes out for that, and we'll notify you. In fact, the hub, the AMP Hub account, which everybody sees in there, that's the main account. That's where all the communication is going to come through. Like I was talking with Vaughn earlier, our vice president, and the goal really is to use this as the main communication for the entire company. So Voltage, obviously having an account out there and doing all sorts of different updates and communications to the field through the app. It really is. There's not many companies out there that have access to that type of a communication tool, and nobody that has access to a social network like we do. So more enhancements will be coming. Go ahead, Tim.
Justin, I'll just piggyback on that for a second, because I think it's important to mention that not only do they not have anything like that or access to anything like that, besides the public ones like the typical social platforms that you would find, the Facebooks of the world, but the fact of it is they definitely haven't developed one.
That's right.
And I think that's the big point when you talk about a company where we're in total control of the platform. It's very powerful, especially a company like us who listens to the field.
Yeah, it's huge. And then shortly after that, guys, is going to be a real slick. In fact, the developers are already working on this. It's going to be an invite system. So where you can actually, from the hub, click on invite, and it puts together a cool little invitation where you can post on social media, you can text it to a friend or email it, and the goal is to drive that person, when they click on it, your invite, to download it. It takes them right to the store, whether it's Google Play or iOS, Apple or Android, and connect them right to you. So fast and furious, a lot of development going on. I do want to share with you guys that I got an opportunity on, I think it was Thursday or Friday, to see a demo of the web version. That's the HTML5. That's like when you sit at your computer and you log into Facebook. We're going to have a web version, guys. It is super slick, and I'm just going to throw a couple of teasers out there. I mean, there's going to be automated posts going through the news feed from all of the games. So you're going to be able to scroll through the news feed and see the battleship game, see the boxing game, see how many players are connected, see how popular that game is, see what the high scores are just randomly. You'll also be able to sign up where the system will randomly post your high scores. You'll be able to invite friends that you're connected with on the network right into one of the games. I mean, it is super slick. And I was actually talking with a gentleman about this over the weekend. And when you think about it, Facebook has a game part. They've got games. I mean, we all get the invites from people that are playing the games, but there's so much going on Facebook that they don't focus on that piece. It's really just off to the side that not too many people think that they're involved in. Well, we know that the industry, apps and games, is generating, well, in the first quarter, it was $15 billion, folks. That number is mind-boggling from the Apple and Google Play Store. So we know that that's where the revenue's coming from, is apps and games. We know that people are out there and want to play those games. And, again, the big piece that we keep talking about is when we get to the point where the Apple and the Android users are going to be able to coexist with inside of one of those games. And all of those enhancements are coming here real soon, and we couldn't be more excited about it. Tim, do you want to add anything else here before we move past the update?
No, I think you hit the nail on the head. We're excited. It's one of those things where even when we're developing things and we start testing it ourselves live on a platform, even sometimes we're blown away. Like, man, we knew it looked good, but it's just pretty amazing actually creating it and playing it and messing with it and sharing with it and beta testing it. And it's exciting all the way around, guys. I mean, we're in this with you, even with the development part. It's exciting.
Absolutely. And we're going to we're working on now some designs for the website, and so the AMP Hub is going to be a main point of the website. We already have the social gaming funnel. And what's going to happen is so we can start sharing that social game funnel. Anybody that opts in, it's going to land them right to information about the hub. So we've already started working on some mock-ups and some designs to get some really cool marketing on the website regarding the hub. So my favorite part, I know it's Vaughn's favorite part. He loves this part, and you should too, because you get to hear from our partners. We get to hear from the people that are out there in the trenches that are building their business. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring Tim. Come on back on, and I'll have you take over here, man. Introduce our guests.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the first person I want to welcome is Boris. Boris, he is joining us fairly recently, but he's no stranger to the industry. He's been in the industry a little over 10 years now, a little over a decade. He's built pretty extensive teams in Russia. He mentioned the French market to us, West and South Africa, and quite a few other places. Those were just ones where some significant teams were built. Boris, why don't you come on and just tell us maybe a little bit more about yourself, or what do you think about the industry? Where's your mind at with this industry right now? What excites you most about AMP?
Thank you so much, Tim. Thank you, Justin, for inviting me to this call. Yes, like you said, Tim, it's exactly what it is. I'm a little bit over 10 years in this industry, and to see many friends of mine and to be one of those people who saw the power of residual income. Once you have something valuable that you can bring to the market, and something that makes people excited and makes people join into the companies and share the opportunity, share the product with other people, this is where exactly you will see the power of residual income. And residual income, like all we know, it's something that can bring financial freedom. So what is most exciting me about what we have here in AMP, it's of course our amazing technology products that we have, and AMP Hub, it's one of the best I ever seen in my life, in my experience. It's really exciting to have the opportunity to communicate, to play, to share, to comment, and to share the world about this amazing opportunity and this amazing valuable products that we have here. And also what excited me is, of course, where this industry basically go, and of course the trends that we're working with. The industry of network marketing is growing and becoming even bigger and bigger each and every year. And the trends that we're working is the most explosive trend and the fastest growing trend in the history. You know, just like about 9 years even old or young, we can say, and it's already having this kind of numbers that we're talking about. Just imagine, first day of this year, $240 million generated through Apple Store. It's huge. And like Justin said, $15 billion in first quarter of the year. This is huge numbers. And especially if we're talking about so young trend like mobile apps and games. So I'm very excited about what's happening in the AMP and where we go, and about this amazing platform that we just brought several days ago, AMP Hub. And I'm, you know, to have success in this industry, all you need to do is just to share. And of course, you need to be the way you feel. You know, you don't need to make your excitement. Just be excited because we have something exciting here. You know, if you're not sure about what we have exactly, I recommend you to go through all that we have here to get this excitement and to be natural. You know, just share the excitement. You're going to have a lot of success. This is what's happening now, and I'm very excited to be part of this amazing company. And thanks so much for inviting me.
Wow, thanks, Boris. Yeah, we really appreciate it. We do appreciate you coming on board. And guys, there's one thing that I've noticed about Boris is he's not dumb, and I don't, for lack of better words, he knows what he's looking for in terms of an opportunity. Because when you talk to him, even before this, he constantly mentions that there's a market, that's where the niche is, that's where the market, that's the hot thing. I mean, he's not just looking for the next cliche, just the next thing that people are used to and used to hearing. He's looking for the next big player, and it's my understanding that that's partly what really drew him to us, and even now he's still talking about it. He truly believes that's where the market's at, and of course we do too. But man, it is exciting to have you, Boris, and I'm really glad that you chose us. You know, out of all the companies in the world, we get it. We don't take it for granted, and just publicly, representing corporate, we want to personally thank you. So thank you, Boris. The next guest we have is Lavonda. Hopefully I said that already.
Yep, you said it good, and I think you might be breaking up, so we'll wait a second here. We've got Lavonda Michelle with us in North Carolina. Lavonda, are you with us? Lavonda? Did we lose her? Boris, can you still hear me?
Yep.
Okay. We might have lost Lavonda. I think we lost Lavonda and Tim. They probably on a different call all of a sudden. All right, well, we had Lavonda Michelle, who's tearing it up out there, literally. She's number 3 in the world right now. Number 3. And that's all happened, guys, in a matter of 7 to 10 days. She has exploded. If she was here tonight, she'd tell you she never had any experience. This is the first time she's ever done this. All she's doing, guys, is following the process. Simply sharing. Boris already talked about it. Lavonda, we had her on a few weeks ago, and she talked about it's a social networking industry. That's all it is. Be natural, like Boris said. Get out there and share it with the masses. If you share it with 5 or 6 people, only 5 or 6 people, you'd be lucky if you get one to join. But if you share it with 500 or 600, the numbers are going to go up. And we're sitting here talking about social networking. There are people all over Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and Google Plus that I'm telling you, they're looking to make extra money. Lavonda, I'm going to, there she is.
First, you put me behind this rock star, Justin. You put me behind someone with 10 years of experience. I think I barely have 10 weeks of experience in this business. Can you hang up on me? What? And so, what's going on?
Well, listen, I hope you weren't just giving us your speech on mute.
No, sir.
Okay, well, listen, I want you to share with everybody a little bit about what you got going on. I know you're in North Carolina. You're not far from me down here in Florida, but I want you to share with the field, with the world, what you have going on in other countries, Lavonda.
Okay. Well, thank you guys, thank you, Justin, Tim. Wow, I am so excited. I'm excited I found AMP, or should I say AMP found me. I remember overhearing a coworker's conversation. To be honest, it became eavesdropping at one point because it lasted over 10 minutes, but I was intrigued. I couldn't believe there was a groundbreaking opportunity in the app and game industry. Like Boris said, this is the market to be in. I was like, tell me more. So I stopped my coworker, Ray, and I said, tell me about that. And he sent me his link. I was so excited. I couldn't wait to get home. As soon as I got home, I watched the 2-minute video, and I was floored. I mean, literally floored. I got up, dust off my clothes, did the math, and let's face it, I'm a math girl. I crunch numbers all the time. Like my father always told me, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And this was making a lot of sense. I crunched the numbers for a second and a third time and literally signed up on the spot. Then it hit me. I didn't even run this past my husband. So I remember walking back into his office, and I said, in the sweetest voice I could, baby, can you watch this video for me? And then I watched my husband watch the video. And keep in mind, my husband is in the mobile app industry. This is what he does for a living. He's also the most laid-back person I ever met, so it's hard to read. So he started nodding his head, and then he looked at me, and he said, let's do this, baby. I kissed him, and I said, I'm happy you feel that way. That's my link. So you'll be my first business partner. And that's my story. I joined AMP for 2 reasons. Number 1, the opportunity. Number 2, the conflict. I set out on a mission to inform the masses. I know one thing to be true. If your network isn't growing, neither is your income. Therefore, I decided to expand my network with like-minded people. For example, I love Robert Kiyosaki. So he helped me see through the illusion. But that's another story for another day. We're not going to get into that. I started commenting on his posts, and people started friending me. So I started friending people and sharing our opportunities, which reminds me of what Justin just talked about. We're growing. I would like to give a shout-out to my friend Shalika McGowan from Chicago, Illinois, who allowed me to build a relationship with 3 new AMPers within her first week of joining the business. So, hello, AMP USA. So let's move across the globe, and let me tell you what's going on in Jamaica. I was able to build a relationship with a guy named Noel, whose relationship with Rockstar Urian has helped me build another relationship with Joel and Josiah in Jamaica. And they're excited about exploding Jamaica, which gives me an excuse to say, baby, let's go to Jamaica. So I'm excited about that as well. Also, over in Ghana, I met this nice guy, Iman. He's a very dynamic and want to do what he can in Ghana to help build Africa. And last but certainly not least, I would like to give a massive shout out to Shireen and Justin down there in Kenya. And they have an event this week. Go at Kenya, at Africa. The relationships I've built with these amazing people have helped me expand my global reach and helped us expand our global reach. And my personal goal of sharing this opportunity with the masses. So before I go, I just want to say, I'm no Boris. I'm new to the industry, but I know how to follow instructions, and all we do is share the opportunity. I literally post ads on Facebook, and I share videos, and I get paid to do it. What? Are you serious? I have 3 words for anybody on the phone who are not in this business. I have 1 word 3 times, I'd say. Join, join, join. And to all of you out there listening, good morning, good evening, and good night, and thank you so much for having me.
Wow, I think I heard the mic drop.
Definitely a mic drop moment here, Justin.
Hey, listen, I love you. I love it. I love it. You're a firecracker. You're going to be taking over that #1 spot soon. I appreciate you jumping on, and thanks for sharing some words of wisdom. Stick around for the rest of the call, please.
We'll do so.
Awesome.
Bye.
All right, so there you have it. There you have it, folks. I mean, literally two different ends of the spectrum. Boris with over 10 years of experience, who comes to the table, and Lavonda, who, you know, maybe 10 weeks, like she said, and they both understand it's about the market. We don't have to go out and create the market. The market is global. You know, there's great companies out there doing the pills, the potions, and the lotions, and how many people are using their products? How many people are really looking at spending money on shakes or whatever it is? We know here everybody's got a smartphone in their hand. They spend 6 to 7 hours a day on it minimum. They love social networking. They love gaming. And folks, we are spearheading the trend. We are here at AMP trendsetters. Let's move on here. Tim's breaking up. He's in a dead spot. If he joins us, he'll jump back on here. That's the beauty of our industry, right? Is we really can work from anywhere. Lavonda just set us up perfectly for Amp Up Your Income. We've got our AMP brother out there, Emmanuel, who is building this, he's spearheading this event. And from what I understand is we've already got a mad rush. So if you're in Nairobi or anywhere around Nairobi, it's the Norwich House opposite of the Hilton Hotel. I understand it's a beautiful hotel. It's going to be a 3-day event, 8th, 9th, and 10th. That's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 3 to 6. That's local time, right there in Nairobi. There's an event. In fact, we'll kick out an email. There's an event. There's a WhatsApp number and a contact number to get your seat reserved. I'm telling you, get in. Bring a dozen people with you to this event. It's going to be massive, and it's really cool to see the business growing and exploding all over the globe. That brings us to my next little topic that everybody's been patiently waiting for. One of the most exciting parts about what we have here is we get paid for sharing apps and games. For those of you that are brand new, let that sink in. We get paid for sharing apps and games. And so I am pleased to announce that we will be having our first payout. We're expecting that here within about the next week or so. But I could tell you this company loves to underpromise and overdeliver, as you all know. And so don't be surprised if it's any sooner within the next couple of days. But what I want you to do is just keep your eye on your wallet back there. We're getting paid for sharing apps and games, folks. It's coming. Keep your eye on your wallet in your back office, and couldn't be more excited about that. The future is bright. Moving forward, we've got a June promotion. We've got a big cash bonus for the most growth in your organization for the month of June. Now, listen, if you've been with us for any stretch of time, or if you're brand new and this is your first corporate update call, you know there are multiple ways to get paid here, right? I just said it. We get paid for sharing apps and games. That's huge. We also get paid for subscriptions through the Netflix of mobile apps and games. That's the AMP Club, which is no in-app purchases and no advertisements. I think it's up to 1,000 premium apps and games that one gets. So we get paid for sharing apps and games. We get paid for subscriptions that we sell. We also get paid for subscriptions that our team sells. But I'm going to be, this is a business call, so let's talk about it. The ones that build huge organizations. We're talking about, you're here tonight and you want to make the big money. I'm talking 6 and even 7 figures. It's about building organizations. And so you want to learn, if you don't know, or like Lavonda is doing now, and Boris is building an organization. And so you want to go out there and you want to build your organization and you want to help your people build theirs. And so the promotion is real simple. We took a snapshot of everybody's matrix at the beginning of the month. We're going to take a snapshot of everybody's matrix at the end of the month. And the one who grows the biggest organization is going to walk away with a big cash bonus. Now, we're going to reveal some more details of this and maybe even some updates as we get through the month. But listen, get after it because it will be a big cash bonus. That's your June promotion, and that is active right now. So get out there, build your organization, help your people build theirs. It's about building that 3x9. And just to wrap things up here, we're right at 9:31. Again, use the sizzle call, guys. It was we had to set up a new link, so there's a new dial-in and access number. That information was emailed to the field today. It's real simple. Get your people registered, ampsizzlecall.com. Man, I had a bunch of fun on Thursday night. Jennifer is doing well. She had to take care of some personal stuff, and so she'll be back on. You've got the AMP guru, Mr. James Day, Tuesday night, and Jennifer the Gem, I like to call her, Grimes, on Thursday night. I'm telling you, folks, get your prospects, get your friends, get your contacts, get your network. I love that. If your network ain't growing, your income ain't growing. That's beautiful, Lavonda, and it's true. Get them to the call. It's where everything is explained very simply. And who knows, I may jump on there one night this week and do it as well. I had a lot of fun doing it. I actually missed those calls. Cool stuff in the back office. Again, logos, banners, Facebook images, and more. We've got people coming in through Bitcoin. So if anybody has no credit card or a challenge, that's what you want to have them set up a Bitcoin account. It's pretty simple through Coinbase or BitPay or blockchain. Just Google it. There's a bunch of them out there. And then, of course, the funnels. A lot going on here, folks. As you can see, we're super excited. Corporate, again, thanks, Tim, for jumping on a little bit that you were able to join us. And thanks so much. It's been a pleasure, and I'm just looking forward to seeing the growth in both Boris and Lavonda as they build their organizations here, as we build the next billion-dollar tech company. My name is Justin Halliday. Thank you, everybody, for joining us live here tonight. And if you're catching it on a playback, like Lavonda said, 3 words, folks: join, join, join.